Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome back to my channel. The daffodils are still going strong here in New York, even after the horrible weather we've been having and the earthquake. Speaking of natural phenomenon, today is also the day of the eclipse and the sun is shining so bright right now. Hopefully I'll be able to get a good view of that today. Anyway, I'm heading over to my class. First thing this week is my CAD class as usual, and I think today is just gonna be more like computer work and refining and finessing all my CAD stuff, my digital prints, my website, etc. Nothing too special, but hopefully it'll still be a good day. So yeah, let's go. For today's Eclipse event, I wore the only thing in my closet that sort of resembled a sun or a moon. I got this shirt last year in Ireland. Then in class, I worked on creating some drafts for future weaving samples. This one was made with some more woven shibori experiments in mind. I also went to PrintFX to pick up some prints of my most recent textile designs, just so I could see how they looked in person and what changes I might need to make for my final submissions. Then, during lunchtime, a whole bunch of students gathered outside the campus for the solar eclipse viewing. My goal was to spin as much wool as possible so that I had a giant yarn stash to dye and weave for the rest of the semester. So I just made a huge playlist of videos that I needed to catch up on YouTube, I made some tea, I got comfortable, and I spent the whole night spinning. I'm working with the exact same merino mulberry silk roving that I've been using all semester, and I'm making my favorite irregular thick and thin single ply yarn. Good morning, happy really gross and rainy Thursday. I'm heading to campus now and trying to stay as dry as I possibly can, and I'll see you there. My first class of the day was my painting on fabrics class, where we started our big silk painting project. Our assignment was totally open. We could make absolutely anything we wanted, and I just really wanted to make something silly and joyful because I really needed that at this point in the semester. I started by looking through my phone photos for anything that sparked joy, and I found this picture of a zebra from when I visited the San Diego Zoo a few years ago. Zebras have been my all-time favorite animals since I was literally a baby. Growing up, everything in my life that could be zebra print was zebra print, so I felt like this was a fun subject for this project, and I just kind of impulsively went for it. So first, I made a flat color version of the photo to use as a drawing reference. Then, on a giant piece of butcher paper, I started freehand drawing my giant zebra. I planned on painting this design on a 35-inch silk scarf, so this drawing was really huge. And I used really simple graphic shapes, which will be perfect for wax resists and silk paints. My goal with this project was to not overthink it. I just wanted to let go and have fun. As you guys have seen in my previous vlogs, this thesis semester was taking up every bit of my brain power and literally all of my free time, so having the opportunity to do a giant whimsical project just for the joy of it was very much needed. And here's how my zebra sketch turned out. This has got to be one of the biggest drawings I've ever done, and I had so much fun working on it. The next task was to figure out how I was going to paint this onto the silk fabric, and I started thinking about whether or not I should paint this in my thesis collection color palette, because why not? I already had all the colors mixed. So I started brainstorming ideas for what the colors might look like for when I start painting this next week. Hello! This is present day editing Andrea interrupting the vlog to bring you some really exciting news. So you're currently watching the start of this zebra scarf project, and just as like a little bit of a spoiler, this scarf ends up being one of my favorite things that I made the entire semester. And because I loved it so much, I wanted to find a way that I could share this design with you. So next Monday, December 23rd, when my next vlog goes live at 7 p.m. here on YouTube, you'll see the whole process of how that scarf ends up turning out in that new video. And then my zebra scarf design will be available for purchase in my new online shop if you'd like one for yourself. I just wanted to come on here and give you a little heads up a week in advance just so you know to look out for that. So next week there's going to be a new video and a scarf sale. Okay, now back to the vlog. In my thesis class, I had zebras on my mind, and I came to the realization that this whole zebra concept might actually fit into my thesis collection. I had spent the whole semester so far weaving whimsical stripes, and a zebra just felt like the perfect embodiment of that concept. So I started painting some really simple motifs that I could later bring into Photoshop to eventually make my own version of a zebra pattern. Hello again, I just wrapped up with my class, and I guess zebras are a part of my collection now, at least for the time being. I'm not really sure where I'm going or what I'm doing. I'm just trying to have fun because honestly I feel like I haven't been really having that much fun lately. And I think throwing in a motif like a zebra that's very like childhood nostalgia and very just like cheerful to me kind of just helps me feel better about things, even if it's not like totally perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun making the zebra scarf, give it my all, and just see where it takes me and where I end up with it. Anyway, I'm just leaving campus now, heading home, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, happy Friday. It's another super gray and misty day, and I'm just heading over to class. Today we have an actual critique of our stuff, so I have a backpack full of every single piece I've ever made. I know I did a similar thing last week, but that was more for like having our professors come in to like decide what they want to put on exhibition. Today is like an actual critique where we're showing our stuff and getting feedback on our work. So yeah, let's hope this goes quickly and it goes well. Hello again, I just finished up with our critique and overall it went pretty well. I got some good feedback and everyone was surprisingly like pro zebra, which makes me really happy, and I'm genuinely surprised by that. So we're going forward with the zebra concept. I have to, of course, just keep like bouncing around between tasks for my thesis project, so I'm definitely going to show you anything interesting that happens there. And I also have a really exciting event that I'm going to tomorrow, which I'm going to, of course, take you along with me. So yeah, let's cue the weekend happenings. Ryan and I hopped on a train and we headed over to the Miller Corey House Museum in New Jersey for a really special event. The Miller Corey House was built in 1740 by Samuel Miller, and today it serves as a window into 18th century farm life as a living history museum. The event that we were here for this weekend was all about the handicrafts of early America, and of course, I was most excited for the sheep-related crafts. These beautiful sheep were shorn by a master shearer using colonial-age hand shears, just like they would have done in the 1700s. This process looks so intense, but the sheep were super calm while getting their haircuts. Once the sheep were shorn, there were lots of demonstrations of wool-related crafts like carding, spinning, weaving, and knitting. And I even got to try a few different crafts while I was there. Of course, I hopped on a few historic looms, which were just so much fun to experience, especially in this big room where everyone was doing all these crafts together, with the sheep shearing right smack in the middle of it all. I also got to try lace making, which is totally new to me. I've always been in awe of this craft, and it was really fun to give it a go. We also got to explore the historic home to see other aspects of 18th century life, like what the residents' home interiors looked like, what recipes they cooked, and even how they made soaps to wash themselves and do their laundry. Overall, it was a really, really beautiful day. On our way home, Ryan and I stopped by a park where the cherry blossoms were in full bloom, but it was so windy that taking pictures was definitely a challenge. Anyway, that just about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for joining me on my textile design school adventures. If you want to see how my thesis project turns out, and if you want to check out next week's scarf sale, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!